The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. Run for cover, you'll discover some will thrive and others suffer. Cause the top of every mountain is the bottom of another. Ooh, don't wait, don't hesitate. Better speak the truth, let it resonate and let it detonate and get blown away till you keep on rising to a higher place. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop coming till we hit the top. Gotta keep pushing till the day I make it, since they won't give it to me, then I got to take it. The pain today is power tomorrow. Keep on coming, but you'll never catch me running, cause I won't bow down. No matter what they say, I wouldn't do it any other way. Keep on coming, but you'll never catch me running, cause I won't bow down. The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. Not enough to keep us smothered. Lower class, never the upper. Cause the top of every mountain is the bottom of a...
Stay tuned for the next episode of Dragonball Gine. Tonight we are going through chapters 13 to 15. And we have our desperate readers, known as the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Good evening, morning, or afternoon, everyone. This is the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Room Millennials, where tonight we're going to talk about Dragon Ball Gine by Existing Theory.
We have a newcomer in the form of Ultra Burger.
Hey, how you doing? I have no idea what Dragon Ball is. I am just a lonely boy, doesn't know shit.
That's quite comforting. We have Dom's partner in crime, the humblest of writers, Humble Marty.
Hello, I'm Humble Marty and I write things.
Last time, we went over the makings of the Demon King Piccolo arc, where our heroes are going to confront our ancient enemy, one of the best enemies of all time of that series. And we're going to look at it in a different perspective. This time around, we can use mother's perspective on it. So where do we begin in this episode of our reading of Dragon Ball Gine? Negro, did you not know I still have that title card?
Hey, sorry, it's been a while. It's been a while, but nonetheless, that's all never gets old. Well, really, like starting this conversation of chapters 13 through 15 of Dragon Ball Gine, it's so fun. Isn't it hilarious that once like Gine and the others were looking out, we're searching for the other Dragon Balls in order to take down King Piccolo. In the beginning of chapter 13, like they're being pointed at gunpoint by pirates, with the captain holding one of the Dragon Balls. Yeah, well, at first, like things are like pretty but the groups are in a very sticky situation, but they're able to fight off the captain, his crew, and as what before, like excuse me, before they were able to to leave the ship after facing them off with the 7-star Dragon Ball. Well, Marty, tell us. So, what are your thoughts on first chapter 13 of Dragon Ball Gine?
The fact that Gine lost all her patience and just yoinked the ball.
yeah,
And
that's
Roshi made a huge mistake of treating it like valuable when he didn't have much in his wallet in the first place to buy it.
Yeah, but like he meant well at the same time. Like Roshi, also you have to be careful what you're doing, or else you're gonna get yourself and the others killed.
Are you telling me Dragon Ball Gine actually had Dragon Ball subversion of expectations.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
watching a Zoe charge Elmo $11 billion, and he says, "I have nothing but a bit off button and a go fish card."
yeah, but it's a subversion done right, right? That actually like that plays in to the narrative.
Are you telling me that Gine pulled a Dragon Ball Super? Because Super has moments like those, especially for a hero.
Super may have those moments, but with Dragon Ball Gine like it's avoiding the pitfalls like of Dragon Ball Super.
I'm referencing the time when Gohan flicked a gun with his bare finger out of his hand. Only his
Oh, I
finger.
know. No, well, of course, after Genie and the crew were able to recover the 7-star Dragon Ball, they were unfortunately actually surrounded by law enforcement because one was the commanding officer. He was actually hunting down Shinon because they thought that he was the serial killer, like murdering the martial artist. Even though like we the readers like we know the truth that it's not Tien who's committing the murders, but King Piccolo and his cronies. Would you say so, Marty?
Yep. I'm surprised they didn't use some magic sensu bean or something to heal the guy.
Yeah, yeah, and Tien, he was like willing to actually go down on his knees like and beg the man that he had previously heard in his past like to give him the Dragon Ball because like it's very important that they need it in order to resurrect Krillin and the other people that were killed by King Piccolo like in his army.
Mm-hmm.
And well, in a very heartwarming moment, but like he was able to let go of his revenge and hatred towards Tien and gives him the Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that is like missing in most of today's entertainment. That is forgiveness. But that's either here nor there. Because right now, like they're able to cover most of the Dragon Balls in order and use them so they can summon Shenron. But before they can go anywhere else, they did encounter. Let's see. Oh, but they did face a rather foreboding a sense. That's because Gine, like as a mom, besides a reluctant warrior, like she had this dreadful feeling that something happened to her son Kakarot, and when she like brings the news to the others, I was like they were devastated of the presumed death of our hero Goku, aka Kakarot, in Dragon Ball Gine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really like rub salt into the wound. He King Piccolo like does show up. But that would occur in chapter 14. But nonetheless, unless like because like they presume like young Kakarot had died, so like everyone's determined now more than ever to really take down King Piccolo before he causes any more harm.
Didn't he get, I don't know, sealed into a rice cooker?
Yes, and that's actually what happened like in the original source material. Of course, the canon of the series that is. It's still hilarious that it happened in this alternate universe, but the context is different because Gine like survived by going to Earth like, with her son. But we are just jumping ahead of ourselves. So before we even like touch on that, chapter 14 does cover the battle between Gine and King Piccolo, and really she really does not hold anything back once the two like face off each other.
Considering King Piccolo basically faked her son's murder.
Yeah. That was class tier emotional manipulation. Yet it ended up backfiring on his part because like it did lead to his capture like in the right spot.
Mm-hmm.
No, but the fight between like Gine and King Piccolo was very well choreographed like by the author that you can't picture the moment that occurred in both the manga and the anime adaptation like in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't want. So I don't want to take up like the entirety of the conversation. Like, what other moments from chapters 13 to 15 of Dragon Ball Gine stood out to you?
Pilaf's cronies cheering when he's dead.
Yeah, that's what gets a laugh out of me. I mean, like, whenever I reread that part of the Dragon Ball Gine. Well, yeah, interestingly, the same thing happened in the original source material. This just goes to show that Pilaf like did not like not have any close ties with his cronies.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. He's the bad guy.
Exactly. Well, how about yourself, Ultra? Even though you may not be in tune with the Dragon Ball series like the others, like what are your overall impressions like of Dragon Ball Gine after reading chapters 13 to 15 and before?
Uh, from what I can gather, I was reading kind of speed reading through it. It's really well done, minus the fanfic fucking when they have all these ads for some reason pop up interrupting all the paragraphs. That was annoying as shit. But I was like, yeah, it's well done. I thought the name was Jin, not Gine, because I'm like, all right, Jin, whatever. So that's egg on my face. I don't know how you pronounce that person's name, but I think it was well done. Now here's a question. Are they doing the whole the green guys, the Namekians? Are they aliens or are they demons? Is that what continuity we're going through here?
Only in the Dragon Ball lore, they were thought to be demons, but later
I guess
they were now discovered to be aliens, just like Goku people.
okay. I was wondering because like I thought they were fucking aliens, but I thought it was well done. Yeah, the whole the Dragon Ball hostage. You know, I kind of expect them, the Saiyans, to just grab it because they're basically superhuman. Can't hold anything hostage. They run at the speed of sound, so it was okay. And then I wish I don't know what King Piccolo, what was his idea of? I'm going to bait this super killing machine into getting pissed off at me so I can fight it and somehow win that conflict. I don't see the logic in that. I don't know what his plan was. He lost. He got his shit rocked, but you know.
I think he was trying to make her be irrational, and her friends talked her down. Don't be irrational, and she's like, "Okay, yes, I will do murder."
I calculated the math on this, but I'm terrible at it. Type of situation. It's like, yeah, I could do this. Well, why haven't she tries to kill you? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, listen, I'm king. You're the little twerp. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. Who wears the crown? Me. Yeah, exactly. Don't question my shit.
As mentioned earlier, it ended up blowing up on King Piccolo's face. It's because Gine, she was able to one up him.
So what are you going to do now? We're gonna kick your butt.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. Oh shit. Oh goddamn. Oh fuck. Oh hell no.
But in chapter in chapter like 14, like Gine, like in this like alternate universe, like she does like name drops the Namekian because that when she first sees like King Piccolo, and for him, like he genuinely thought that he was a demon like from hell. Well, but to learn that he's actually alien, and actually made him like curious for a bit. But until like he regained his focus and wants to take down and kill Gina and the others before they could use the Dragon Balls.
So wait a minute. Shouldn't he know that he comes from the planet Namek?
No, he gaslit
Well,
himself.
yes, and keep in mind, like this is like his Kami's dark side, as I like manifested, gain physical form after he separated himself. So like they gain partial amnesia from each other, but their life force is still tied. So if one dies, the other ends up going 6 feet under as well. And same rule applies in this alternate universe.
I'm the announcer, and I forgot that detail.
How could you forget that detail? You've been following the Dragon Ball for years.
See now, perhaps? He really is going senile. I've seen it happen.
And he's schizophrenic.
Repeats it. I'm not schizophrenic. I'm the Dragonball GT announcer.
No, I am. No, I am. Fuck.
Oh man. Well, I will say Dragon Ball Gine like will cover the GT era of the Dragon Ball series, but first is covering the first series and the sequel Dragon Ball Z.
I actually like this guy. He's actually based.
Oh no, he is having conversation with himself.
Oh man. No, but yeah, no, but like I said, like King Piccolo, he was like he had a brief like blue screen until he began his focus until like the fight between him and Gideon proceeds, and yeah, like before like it looked like she was gonna lose control, but she was able like to maintain her faculties like during the battle. What with you? What with you, Ultra, as a new member? Like, what are your favorite moments like from chapter 13 of Gine?
To be honest, I read them so fast together. I get kind of smashed. But I to be honest, I really just like the character interactions. I thought it was actually pretty well done. With Gine talking to her kid. Well, is Gine really his mom, or is she just taking role as his mom?
No. That is like Kakarot, aka Goku's mom.
I know who Kakarot and Goku are the same guy.
It's like Superman with Clark. Like
Yeah,
Kal-El maybe his alien name, but Clark is his Earth name.
yeah. I just like how she tried to be a mom, even though Goku don't fucking listen most of the time. Little rat, little cockroach. The thing is, when she said, "Oh, King Nim and the Namekian killed Goku," I'm just like, "He ain't dead. That little cockroach, he can't fucking die. He's fuckers and damn near impossible to kill. He's fine." But you know, I get the mom was upset.
She went full mama bear.
Oh, exactly. I mean, some fucking green dude said, "I killed your kid. What you gonna do about it?" I would assume you just murder his ass right there and then.
Never. But the moral of the story is never mess with the parents and their kids. Ever. But you did really bring up a good point. Like one of the strengths like of Dragon Ball Gine is how the author exists in theory like captures not only each of the characters from the source material, but how he uses it to his advantage, like to really explore this alternate universe of Gine surviving under the destruction of planet Vegeta. And it's also like with things like with her, like it actually leads to a rippling effect. One of them is preventing the death of Grandpa Gohan. So you actually see him like not only like having a major role like in his alternate universe. Whereas, but you also see him like taking part like in the adventures that Goku like would have like with the other Z fighters like in the source material.
Hmm.
But nonetheless, this is an alternate universe and not a one-to-one retelling of the original series. Because if it was the case, then why'd you create the fan work in the first place? Like is it you just end up reading the manga or watch the anime adaptation?
No, here's wait. So if I guess this fan fiction is going the whole canonical timeline of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and then you mentioned Super. So
Well, also
does it
GT.
GT? So does that mean Jin or Gine is going to be like a grandma? She's going to be grandma to Gohan and what the hell is his brother's name?
Raditz.
Goten? Or
Oh,
Raditz?
Goten, yeah. Well, Raditz is the other son, but yes, yeah, like in this alternate universe, like events will not play out exactly as they did like in the canon. But to answer your question, yes, Gine will become a grandma to both like Gohan and Goten.
Okay, cool.
I wonder if she actually beat Raditz with a frying pan.
Well, okay,
Probably.
well, I don't want to give too much. I don't want to give too much away because that'll be a spoiler. But once Dragon Ball Gine does cross over to DBZ territory, Raditz will be going through an arc of his own, and the only hint I'll say is he won't. Let's say he'll be on the side of the angels.
Kind of have to. His mom's there.
Yes, yes, and like, in spite of everything he went through, he still loves his mom.
That's
What?
sweet.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll cross that bridge like later on, like as we cover like more of the material of Gine. Yeah, I think like yeah, I think like later on, like each of your jaws will drop like as you see like more divergences and changes that occurs like in this setting of Dragon Ball.
Hmm.
Well, but speaking of, but since we did like mention like mention King Piccolo's like eventual defeat by Gine. It does lead into chapter 15 where the Z fighters like do gather the rest of the Dragon Balls and ended up summoning Shenron. So with that, I'm curious to hear what everyone's thoughts on that after the dust is settled. Marty, you go first.
He basically said, "Oh yeah, your kid's alive," and she's like, "Oh, thank goodness!" And then Kakarot shows up.
Ultra.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. What's the limit of the Dragon Balls exactly? Because I know you can bring people back to life. Is there like a what's the limit to that thing?
Well, as established by Toriyama, there are no limits. After their use, like they end up being spread out across the world.
You have one wish, and it grants the wish of whoever yells first.
Yes, exactly.
Considering Ulan to basically stop Emperor Pilaf, asked for the world's most comfortable piece of underwear, and he ended up getting a lady's thong.
It happened in canon, and it happened again. But like the events that occurred is different in this alternate universe.
You can only do a lot of things except for outright killing someone.
Yeah.
Well, you can risk for something that can kill somebody. Like, what do you need? I want the most destructive handgun in the world. It gives you you can just shoot somebody. But he won't shoot the person for you. He's the middleman.
Yeah.
No, yeah. If you wished for a game of Deadly Tiddlywinks, he'd give you the game of Deadly Tiddlywinks. He just wouldn't give you the instruction manual.
Even if I wish for it.
You'd have to gather all the Dragon Balls up again and make another wish.
Motherfucker, you have to be very. Give me the game of Tiddlywinks with a manual. Don't screw me on this. You son of a bitch. He goes, no, and just flies away like, you bastard. You little flying fucking rat, get over here.
Hey, much like with the canon, like Dragon Ball Gine like knows like went to add in some lightheartedness like after the drama. And, in the beginning of chapter 15, like they actually were able to recover Bulma from Pilaf and his crew, and while also like tending to the wounds like, of Chi because like she did get shot, but she didn't die. But Roshi did sacrifice himself though.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, like after they summon Shenron, he gets back up. I find Krillin's reaction like after he was brought back to life hilarious because like they preserved his body in the freezer.
That is kind of fucked up where they just showed him the fucking cooler for a bit. Like, hey, he's fine.
Well, they have to preserve his body.
They can't magic a fucking snow globe. You can put his ass in there. They gotta shove him in the fucking fridge.
They have capsules, and yet one of those capsules does not contain a hyper sleep chamber.
Exactly.
That had to be the weirdest wake up call. Krillin wakes up and he's covered in ice, and he's like, "Why am I in a beer cooler?" And you're like, "You died," and he's like, "I what?"
And Oolong's reaction was hard to believe, huh? Oh, like yeah, man, you died for a while.
I mean, this is Krillin. Doesn't he die all the fucking time in the books?
Not the situation that people make it out to be.
Not a whole lot. They tend to exaggerate the times that Krillin and the others would die in the Dragon Ball series.
Sadly, mostly Yamcha.
Yeah, I know Yamcha gets fucked, but
Well, rest assured, like, sure, in Dragon Ball Gine, Yamcha has a better treatment.
Yamcha did get that one meme post down that everyone copies.
his death pose.
Yes. I think even Peter Griffin did after falling down a bunch of stairs.
No, that's his own meme.
Ah.
Yeah, no, that's his own meme. And on an unrelated note, Grandpa Kettle of Cuphead, he actually did that pose. After he fell down the stairs.
I remember was it that My Adventures with Superman did the exact same thing when Supergirl gets fucking slammed on. She has the Yamcha pose. I'm like,
Seriously?
yeah, I was like, eh.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing with My Adventures with Superman, like you can tell the creators were inspired by manga and anime besides Dragon Ball, and yet they take the wrong lesson.
Oh no, Tomboy Lewis Lane, man. Too good.
Hey, what's to say? Let's say that main DC universe. Wait a minute. Wait, main DC universe, like most like she's a tomboy as well. She's a military brat.
My biggest caveat with that particular Lois Lane is she yelled at Superman for keeping a secret identity after she jumped off a building to force him to reveal his secret identity.
Ain't the first time she pulled that shit.
True.
Well, they were still like immature. So which only like cause people to not like this interpretation like of Lois.
Well, she's lucky the guy who was Superman wasn't Grandpa off the Boondocks. I think she'd have gotten a ton laughing from that guy.
True. Yeah, like interestingly enough, like there are parallels between like it and the Dragon Ball series. Certainly, like Superman, man, like in that incarnation, like learning his heritage. Just much like with Kakarot, learning like his heritage, like at the Saiyan. And but also, but the difference between canon Kakarot and Gine Kakarot is he knows that he's the Saiyan since day one because he didn't get amnesia after bumping his head. Oh, that's right.
True.
Yeah, not to mention like him and TT do develop a strong friendship, which does blossom into an eventual romance, which led to them being husband and wife and having a son. What I say like for after the dust and stuff, so like the Z fighters they head back to excuse me, they head back to Roshi's island to recuperate and be happy that Kakarot's not dead because he's hard to kill even when he was a kid. What is a rather heartwarming moment is him reuniting with Yajirobe. Robe, like the man that actually helped him when he was when he was facing off King Piccolo during his little adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a a nice little reunion.
Yep.
Yeah, but of course, once he arrived, Korin, or another character from the source material shows up and more actually informing Gine and that she'll actually be receiving special training from King Kami himself.
Though the funny part is, Kakarot had to do the puppy eye treatment to guilt or trip her into doing it.
Yes. Oh yes, it's pretty much the trick a majority of kids learn when they're young, the puppy eyes.
A wholesome mother-son.
Yeah. Hey, but yeah, of course, yes. Yeah, well, while that was emotional manipulation from young Kakarot, so she acquiesced and agrees to meet Kami at Corn's Tower, but before they could even leave, they were saying their goodbyes to the rest of the Z fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, I'm curious. What are your thoughts on the ending of chapter 15, and does it set up well for chapter 16 of Gine? Marty?
Wait, we're on 16?
No.
No,
I'm asking you asking that did the ending of chapter 15 did a good job of setting up what's to come, so in the next chapter of Gine?
Of course.
Would, do you share that sentiment, Ultra?
yeah. I want to know what happens next.
Yeah, no. Hey, that's the best part. Almost like an original work with fan works. There was if they actually interacting and respecting source materials, as they even in an alternate universe that's based on them, they're still are still being respectful to the characters and the world that the creator or creative team had made. And with Dragon Ball Gine, existence theory is showing that things are not going to turn out exactly as they did in canon. Yeah, because then what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
But, but we'll eventually cover chapters 16 through 18 of Dragon Ball Gine next month on April after April Fool's Day.
Hmm.
But that about wraps it up then. Stay
Well,
tuned for the next time when we cover the next chapters of Dragon Ball Gine with these intrepid readers, starting with the humble writers, Humble Marty.
Hello, this is Humble Marty and I rate things. Thank you for coming to our little book club.
She sounds more chipper than usual.
Okay.
Did you lose something special, Humble?
I actually got sleep and I didn't spend all night trying to study my tailbone off.
ooh. And remember, people, she's a karate fighter.
Mm.
That's good. Our
Um, what-
good burger man, Ultra Burger.
How y'all doing? Well, you know what? It was fun. I want to see if I can able to make it in the next stream. No promises though. Work's been crazy.
As it is. As it is. And we have the ringleader who set this shindig up, the Hound South Dominic Powell.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us in tonight's episode of The Real Millennials, where we cover chapters 13 to 15 of Dragonball Gine by Existing Theory. If you're interested in learning more like what happened after the aforementioned chapters, there's like the link like to the fan work is in the description below. You can find it on fanfiction.net. Just type in Dragonball Gine by Existing Theory. Anyway, until then, this is the Hound of the South, Don and Kyle signing off. And remember, keep up the good fight and maintaining hope, idealism, and optimism alive in the world, because remember, cynicism and nihilism are for losers.
Indeed. Until next time, Wolf will be joining us again, hopefully, to talk about more movies and anime. Specifically, coming up, he might be talking about Space Jam. So come on
For its anniversary.
next week, where we
Ooh,
cover
nice.
more movie nights and movie spotlights. But he makes no promises, mind you. That's just one of the things that he would like to tackle at some point. But of course,
I'll be looking for. I'm sure all of us will be looking forward to do a little retrospective of Space Jam on its anniversary.
there's an anniversary.
It's been 30 years.
Interesting. Maybe he will do it. Until then, stay tuned for the next chapter of Dragon Ball Gine.